topology actually, there is a main hub. All the computers are connected to the main hub. If one of the PC is switched down or the cable is cut, that's okay. Unless the hub is live and working, all communication is possible. Extended star hub, like the two star topologies are connecting to each other via main. Then this is the bus. So basically, initially there was a bus topology. In the bus topology, what is going to happen that, all the PCs, there is a one large cable, coaxial cable, one large cable connecting all the PCs. Okay. At the end of the, cable, there is a connector called T connector on both sides. So the signal do not bounce back. Okay. In this topology, you can see all the cables, all the devices. So if this cable cut down, for example, then it can impact the overall topology as well. So maybe all the PCs get down. That's why this topology has many drawbacks. But of course, initially when there was no star topology, when there was no harbor switch, something like that, we have a big long cable, and most likely you see the version 1. That's the kind of cable we have. And then there is a ring topology. What is the benefit of ring topology? In the ring topology, whoever has the token, he can communicate with the rest of the computer. And once the communication is finished, he will release the token. Then the next person will get the token one by one, and they can start communication. You cannot communicate to someone else until there is a token. Okay? Why is it so? We will explain you in a minute. Okay, so collision versus broadcast domain. Now this is very critical, guys, important. What is the collision domain and what is the broadcast domain? Okay, if you look at this topology in the start. Okay, so let's say this is the PC A, and this is B, and this is C, and this is D. Okay, in this kind of topology, right, because this is a shared media, if PC A wants to send any kind of information to PC D, okay, and this is a wired. You see this line is actually one line, because anytime you want to if A and B are already busy, they are already communicating with each other. For example, this is, let's say you are living in this street, these are your houses, okay, and you have a very nice car, maybe BMW, one of the best cars you have in the world, for example, from BMW series, and you want to come outside of your house, but if the car is already coming from the right side on this side, will you be able to use the road? No, because if the road is already engaged and the car is coming from the right side, you have to wait for your turn. You have to wait for your turn. So that is why, because this is a shared media, Ethernet or physical media is a shared, you cannot communicate. So C and D, if they want to communicate while A and B are already talking, C and D cannot communicate. And if they try to communicate, what will happen? Collision. Collision can happen. Okay, so in order to avoid that collision, C and B need to wait for their turn. So in this mean, all the 4 PC are in the same collision domain, right? They are in the same collision domain. Is that clear? Clear. So when 2 PCs are communicating already on the shared network, and the PC C and D are trying to communicate with each other, at the same time, the collision can happen. This means if the collision can happen, there is more waiting time. There is more waiting time. It means communication will slow down. Other people has to wait until their turns comes in. Is it clear? So basically on this media, if you talk about this media, yes, whatever the drawback is there, but one of the drawback is everybody has to wait their turn in order to share the network resources. So if A and D are already talking, and C and B want to talk to each other, then this means they will not be able to talk until the line is clear. Okay. So otherwise, the collision might happen. Similarly, if you cannot wait, somebody's car is coming from the right side, and maybe you have one of the best car in the world, you cannot still come on the road until this car. If you come in, then the collision will happen. In order to avoid that, you need to wait. Once the car is gone and you can see there is enough distance, you can take the road because this is a shared area. That's called collision. So if all the PC are in the same collision domain, in the same network, and they want to share the media and they have to wait, it means there is more waiting time. Waiting time is more. And in the communication, waiting time is important. So that's called collision domain. Similarly, they are in the same broadcast domain. What do you mean by broadcast? If ARP request is coming, we just discuss ARP request, right? Okay. So we discuss the ARP request. So if the ARP request is coming and you're looking for the MAC IP, MAC address of this machine, then this ARP request will go here, here, and here as well. And the person who has this IP, he will reply that. The rest of the PC are still listening that. Maybe they discard it, right? An example I given you last time as well. If you are in the town center and you are going with your friends and family, and suddenly you listen that Mr. ABCXYZ, please contact at the reception, right? This message is not for you, but you are still listening, you are still discarding, whatever you're doing, right? In this situation, the message is going everywhere. This means they are in the same broadcast domain. Same collision domain, same broadcast domain. Because in the broadcast domain, all the messages are processed by even you are not the intended person. So that is why you can see here all the PC, all the hubs users here, they are saying they are the collision domain. This hub, there is a hub. So in the hub, basically in the hub is all the machines, all the PC connecting to the hub, or even the long cable, because hub is also, look at this, it's a linear topology. Look at this in the lines. All the PC are still connecting to each other via the hub. The only difference is in compared to this topology or this topology, even if there is a one cut in the cable, then the network will goes down. But if there is a cut in one PC or two PC, the network is still working, but maybe only these two PCs are not working until unless the hub is there. But inside the hub, the architecture of the hub is they are still a linear topology. All the PC, they are still in the same broadcast domain. They are still in the same collision domain. When we come to the switch, actually, now that is the question sometimes most likely comes in. What is the difference between hub and switch? The main difference is all the PC in the hub is they are in the same collision domain and same broadcast domain. Number one, that's the most important difference. In the switch is all the PC are connecting to each other with a separate path. So there is no waiting time. So hub switch work more efficiently because there is no waiting time, there is less collision. Because each port, let's say there is a 16 port switch, each port connecting to another port via another alternative way. So there is no way that each PC need to connect to a PC port A with if the port 1 and 2 are already communicated, port 3 and 4 can communicate because 3 and 4 are architecturally, inside the architecturally, have the alternative way to reach to each other or a unique way to connect to each other. But in the hub actually, all the PC are connected to the like a linear topology like in the startup, in the bus topology. So that is why more waiting time, more collisions are happening, and this is, even though switch is also a broadcast domain. Broadcast domain is still one, but the collision domains are segregated. So more collision domain mean the waiting time is less. So if me and Ali are already talking and you want to talk to maybe Mr. Amir or Mr. XYZ, you can talk to. You are free to talk to because now you are in a separate collision domain. So what switch is doing, switch is actually breaking the collision domain. More collision domain, efficient and less waiting time. Is that clear?